Rams at Eagles. Both teams are 2-0. Start off their season how they want to. Maybe people would have liked the Eagles to look better. Rams look pretty good. I've liked what I've seen from Stafford, especially considering the back issue concerns going into the season. But the Eagles are favored by 3.5. Key points for this game?
You got key points, Sanders?
Yeah, I think.
Go ahead.
What does the Eagles' offense look like with Byron Young and Jared Verse on the defensive line? We've talked about this. We've talked about the Eagles a lot over the past couple weeks. Have we previewed their first 2 games? We did. Yes, we have. Okay, so we've previewed now going into week 3.
Did we do the Cowboy-Eagles game?
No, we didn't. We didn't technically preview it.
I was going to say.
Good call. But we've previewed the week 2 game.
We've talked about them a lot.
We have talked about them a good bit. And that offense and the A.J. Brown, it's kind of been one of the big stories of the NFL, at least on our show. I don't know. I don't watch as much other content as I wish I could. But what does that look like in this game? The defensive line for the Rams is good with Byron Young and Jared Verse. And so if they can't run the ball, can they pass it? Because that's kind of been the struggle through the first 2 weeks. Jalen Hurts had just over 100 passing yards in their win against Kansas City. Saquon Barkley did not have great yards per carry against Dallas. They were taking all these short passes, just little things, dink and duck stuff. Is that what it's going to look like here? And yeah, that's what I've got. JP, thoughts?
Okay, so for starters, the Rams are going to go 65-35 between Kyren Williams and Blake Corum now. After Blake Corum's, I guess, his performance last week, he had a touchdown in the game, but he wasn't really any special. But Sean McVay said they're going to a split-back approach. Take from that what you will. That's pretty critical for fantasy, especially Kyren Williams owners.
I know they're fuming right now.
His
ADP was quite high.
He's fully ground, and he was being picked in the 20s, in the 30s, right around the same area as the quarterbacks. So that's not good for fantasy owners. The Eagles run the ball 60% of the time, but they run the ball 70% of the time on first down this year. That's the highest rate in the league. The Rams, in their 2 weeks against Houston and Tennessee, gave up 4.7 yards per rush on first down to Tony Pollard, essentially, and gave up 2.7 yards per rush against Houston. Now, both of those are not very viewed as good rushing attacks, and so I think that is more so a concern for the Rams, because for them to win this game, they have to stop first down runs, second down runs, and force 3rd and 5+ the entire game. I think that's the only way they can continue to be in this kind of game, because if not, the Eagles are going to do what they've done 17 out of the last 18 games, which is where they just ground and pound, control the clock. Jalen Hurts doesn't throw the ball a ton. Since week 6 of last year, Jalen Hurts has thrown the ball 26 times total. No, that's a lie. When trailing. So they have not been trailing much at all, and he's only thrown it 26 times when trailing. That is speaking to the dominance the Eagles have had over the past 2 years. Now, defensively, the Eagles, their secondary has been piss poor at best through 2 weeks, and they were challenged significantly against the Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb makes 2 catches. Maybe that game goes the Cowboys' way. Mahomes, obviously, without any of their rushing attack, were not great throwing the ball. In the playoff game last year, the difference was Saquon Barkley. He ran for 205. Jalen Hurts ran for 70. Obviously, Saquon had the helmet tap run as the game went from no snow to snow, which those are just the best kind of football games. But Stafford got what he wanted, even in snow. He threw for 324 yards. That was without Devontae Adams. And now with Devontae Adams, he and Puka Nacua, especially last week, are cooking. So if they can keep the Eagles in 3rd and 5+, and if they just continue to cook the Eagles secondary that has not been great at all this year, I think all advantages lean toward the Rams. This being an early game in the season, cold weather won't play a factor. Now, I'll say I don't think it played a factor really at all last year for the Rams.
Sure.
But I think this is a game that the Eagles actually have to go out there and win it. Like I think they're going to have to be able to throw the ball in critical spots. I would love to see them take a shot down the field to start the game at least, to really like just say, "Hey, we're going to do that." There have been 296 attempts by NFL quarterbacks through 2 weeks between 10 yards and 20 yards. Over under 3.5 attempts by Jalen Hurts.
Under.
Under. He has 0.
Yeah.
I was gonna guess 0, but
he has
since you gave us
0
the 3.5.
attempts.
How many does he have over 20? Like
He has
3?
9
Okay,
attempts
9
over
more.
20. He has not. Well, he's completed a few of those passes, but it really hasn't been much. Obviously,
haven't
the
been
one
in-
to Devontae Smith.
Inspiring balls either. And it's not like
Absolutely.
he's dropping dots.
So I think that is a key part of it. The Saquon, like he has not really had an explosive run. He's not really dominated a game on the run either. They've just really played well defensively, especially in the second half. And then they've just been able to control the clock. But I think this is a game the Eagles have to go out there and win because I don't think the Rams are going to stop scoring.
Sure.
I don't think they will. And if they can force 3rd and 5+ for the Eagles, like Sanders led with, Jared Verse and Byron Young are going to, I think they'll still eat alive how good that offensive line is. I think Jalen Hurts is in trouble there. So I think this is a game that the Rams are leaning to. I think the only reason the Eagles are favored is because they're at home. Honestly, like the spread is 3.5. I think it should be like 1.5, and because of that, I think I'm taking the Rams to win and cover. I think they'll get the upset. I just don't think the Eagles at least have shown that they can do what they did in the Super Bowl through 2 games because they haven't even tried, which I think that is really concerning for them against these kind of caliber of teams. If you play the Cowboys or you play the Chiefs, like where they, for the most part, are one-dimensional throwing the ball, you can beat those kind of teams, but I don't think you can beat the Rams with how prolific their passing attack can be. And even Kyron Williams, he rushed for over 100 yards last year in the playoff game. So
Yeah. I agree. I talked about it in our recap of the Chiefs-Eagles game. Like, I don't know if this is what the Eagles are thinking, that, like, when they need to pass, they can just flip the switch and turn it on and it'll work. But I don't personally trust that to be the case, that it's just going to fall into place when suddenly they need it because they haven't necessarily needed it. So with that in mind, I'm also going to take the Rams to cover. I've loved what I've seen from Stafford the first couple weeks, and then the combo of Puka and Devontae Adams has just been beautiful. And the biggest thing for them is, like, are they going to stay healthy? Well, that doesn't matter at this point because it's early enough in the season. They're both healthy right now. So give me the Rams.
Yeah, I'll also take the Rams.
A technical foul sweep.
Yeah. I just did that so that y'all can't get a game on me in the pick 'em.
Wow.
Matthew Stafford has targeted Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams 20 and 21 times. No other receiver has more than 4 targets. So
I mean, wide receiver 3 is like, is it Tutu Atwell?
Jordan Whittington,
Jordan Whittington.
or Tyler Higbee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not, the drop off is there, but it doesn't matter when your first 2 receivers are simply that good.
Agreed.